there, little girls and boys. Here's a chance to win fabulous gifts. In celebration of World Children's Day, People's Bank is giving a gift array. So make a deposit now in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts. This year, we're celebrating Children's Day by giving special gifts to all our little customers. All you need to do is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December. For more details, visit your nearest People's Bank branch.
In a few moments, the news.
Is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The Minuwangoda Corona cluster increases. The former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe gives evidence before the Easter Sunday Presidential Commission for the second day. The Tamil Progressive Alliance expresses support to introduce a new constitution suitable to the country. Preliminary work to construct 5,000 houses for middle-income families begins. In world news, the US pauses COVID vaccine trial due to ill volunteer. In sports news, rugby, New Zealand versus Australia, Eden Park set for crowd for Bledisloe Cup. The Minuwangoda Corona cluster has increased to 1,446. 32 employees of the factory who have been sent to quarantine and their contacts have been identified today as infected persons. 17 external contacts of the associates have also been identified. Accordingly, 49 infected persons have been found today. Giving evidence before the Presidential Commission to inquire into the Easter Sunday attacks, today former Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said that he was not called for Security Council meetings held after October 2018. He said Security Council meetings were not held weekly after 2015. The initial Solicitor General asked whether there was a conflict between Maitapati Sirisena and Ranil Wickremesinghe factions. He said there was no clash of opinion. Mr. Wickremesinghe said there was information on Islamist extremism and other extremist ideologies. The former Prime Minister gave evidence today before the Presidential Commission for the second day. Meanwhile, former Defence Secretary Hemasiri Fernando, who gave evidence before the Commission this morning, said he came to know on the 8th of April 2019 from foreign intelligence, which said there was a plan to launch an attack by a group led by Zahran Hashim. He said the head of National Intelligence informed him about the matter. The former Defence Secretary said that all the intelligence review meetings should be held weekly. They were not properly conducted after 2016. He said that last Security Council meeting before Easter Sunday attacks took place on the 19th of February 2019. He said that the President had instructed not to call the IGP for Security Council meetings. But Hemasiri Fernando said that the President instructed not to call the Prime Minister also after the crisis in October 2018. The leader of the Tamil Progressive Alliance, MP Mano Ganeshan, says that their party will give its full support to the government to introduce a constitution beneficial to the country. He said the country needs a new constitution that suits globalization, which protects independence of the country, is morally sound, and will take the country towards development. Preliminary work to build 5,000 houses for middle-income families has begun. The Urban Authority implements the program on the instruction of the President and the Prime Minister. The houses are scheduled to be built at Blumendal, Paliagoda, Orugodawatha, Kottaba, Pannipitiya, Malabe, Kandy and Radhapura. The construction will begin within the next 2 months and will be completed within 3 years. A special discussion on the project took place yesterday at the Ministry of Urban Development and Housing. Issuing statement, the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Amarapura Nikaya, Venerable Ganthane Assaja Mahanayaka Thero, said that an opinion can be given about the 20th Amendment to the Constitution only after a thorough study about the subject. He said no discussion has been held by the Representative Sangha Sabha or Administrative Sangha Sabha or the Executive Sangha Council about the matter. Decision on the petitions filed in courts have not been revealed. He said that all aspects should be considered before announcing the opinion. However, Venerable Asajit Mahanakathero said that he personally believed that the executive should be more strong than now. Meanwhile, the Mahanayaka of the Sri Lanka Ramana Nikaya, Most Venerable Napana Pemasirithero, said that he was not informed about the details of the media briefing held yesterday in Colombo by the Mahasangha, including the Registrar of the Ramana Nikaya. Director General of Pension Jagat Das has requested the pensioners to refrain from visiting Pension Department until further notice. The department decided to suspend arrival of pensioners at the department from today. Director General has requested them to contact the department hotline number 1970 if they need to obtain any services from the department. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December.
Mr. Vijayananda Herath has been appointed as the Director General of Media and Communication of the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. He was the Media Secretary of the Prime Minister after the government came into power in 2019. Meanwhile, Ms. Anuradha K. Herath has been appointed as the Director General of Foreign Relations of the Prime Minister. She was the Director of Foreign Media and Foreign Relations of the Prime Minister after the government was elected in 2019. Media spokesman of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Jairuwan Bandara, says they are continuing to search operation to find close contacts of Minduwangada garment factory corona cluster. He said the ministry had deployed several teams to find them. And that ends local news for now.
All our little customers, all you need to do is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December. For more details, visit your nearest People's Bank branch.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The RU Plus project, which aims to take creative measures to the people to educate them in eradication and prevention of cancer, to be launched tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the National Blood Transfusion Centre in Narayanpeta. Health Minister Paitamaratne will be the chief guest at the event. The project aims to change the attitudes of people and encourage them to follow new lifestyle. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to Watchlight, NDB Bank recently launched a Royal College Union Affinity Credit Card, a specialized credit card for all College Union members and Royalists. The launch was held in the presence of NDB Director and Group CEO Dimantha Seniviratna, as well as the NDB Directors Shriyan Kure and Sujivan Udulage at the Lakeview Lounge, NDB. On to sports news. The US pauses COVID vaccine trial due to ill volunteer. China warns Asian countries to be vigilant on the US strategy in the region. UN says better warning system needed for extreme weather. Johnson & Johnson has paused its COVID vaccine trial to investigate why one participant in the study fell ill. The company said an independent review would check if the person's unexplained symptoms were related to the jab. It has suspended recruitment to the pause phase 3 trial as a precaution. It said in large trials with tens of thousands of volunteers, it is expected that some may become unwell during the study period. The Chinese government's top diplomat state councillor Wang Yi urged Asian countries to remain vigilant over the risk of US strategy stoking geopolitical competition in South China Sea and the parts of the region. Wang said during a joint news conference with Malaysia's foreign minister that Beijing and members of the Association of Southeastern Nations should work together to remove external disruption in the South China Sea. A new UN report says that the world needs to rapidly raise investment in early warning systems for extreme weather events. Over the past 50 years, recorded disasters have increased fivefold, mostly in part due to climate change. The study warned that 1 in 3 people on Earth are not adequately covered by warning systems. The numbers of people in need of natural disasters could increase by 50% over the next decade. And back to the headline of the world news. The US pauses COVID vaccine trial due to ill volunteer. China warns Asian countries to be vigilant on US strategy in the region. The UN says better warning system needed for extreme weather. Development news. Cabinet spokesman Kelly Ramakwala said that government had approved the building of multi-story car parks in select towns, including Colombo. The government has also decided to implement mixed development projects in the Colombo city and other selected cities. He further said several blocks of land had already been identified for the programs. That was development news.
Sports news is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Rugby news, the All Black spiritual home Eden Park is expected to host a near-capacity crowd of 47,000 for the second Bledisloe Cup match between New Zealand and Australia on Sunday. The country, with a population of 4.8 million, has been successful in combating COVID-19. It had only 1 new case in 24 hours leading up to 13th October. The first test in Wellington featured 31,000 fans without wearing masks. Football news. Chairman of League Two, Leyton Orient, Nigel Travis, says some English Football League clubs will disappear within 5 to 6 weeks unless they get financial support. He said, Project Big Picture plan by Liverpool and Manchester United to reform the English football pyramid was a great proposal. The idea includes in reducing the Premier League to 18 clubs and scrapping the EFL Cup. In return, the EFL would get 25% of all future TV deals plus £250 million bailout. That was sports news.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bee here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go. It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka will set up a state-run company to own and self-finance expressways, which may require financing of around 0.5 to 1% of the gross domestic product. The cabinet has approved a proposal by the Finance Minister Mahendra Rajapaksa to set up a 100% Treasury-owned company to own all expressways. The Expressway Investment Company would own all expressways, collect tolls, and raise its own funds. That was business news.
Business news. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Export Development Board said Sri Lanka's exports have grown 5.6% from a year earlier to over $1,000 million in September 2020. The exports Europe growing 20%, CIS countries 19.5%, and Africa 56%. EDB Chairman Prabhat Subasinghe said it's the third time this year they have seen a year-on-year increase of merchandise exports. That was economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
Met departments say that showers will occur tomorrow at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Heavy rainfall, the 100 millimeters are likely at some places in the Nora area, Kandy, Ratnapura, Kagala, Galle and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in the northern province and Anuradhapura district. Strong gust of winds expected across the area, particularly in the northern, north central and northwestern provinces. Trincomalee and Tribal districts as well, and in the western slope to Central Hills. That was the weather report.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
And back to the headlines of the news. The Minuangada corona cluster increases. The former Prime Minister Vikram Singh gives evidence before the East Sunday Presidential Commission for the second day. The Tamil Progressive Alliance expresses support to introduce a new constitution suitable to the country. Prime work to construct 5,000 houses for middle-income families begins. In world news, the US pauses COVID vaccine trial due to ill volunteer. Sports news rugby, New Zealand vs Australia, Eden Park set for crowd for Bloody Slow Cup.